Babes, happy new year. It's kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't read a One Piece chapter in a long time. I almost made a dad joke, but I'm not going to do that. But literally, it feels like it's been a minute. Last one was 12/26, so it really wasn't that long ago, but I don't know why it feels like it's been forever. I guess it's really only been like 2-3 weeks, but this chapter was awesome. This was a really good chapter. And not only that, but we're back to the present, which is great. Quick life stuff. I'm going to leave to England in a month. 1 month. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to continue to make videos. I'll be honest. But we're so close. If you aren't subscribed, please do. I just want to hit it. 100. 100 is my goal. I really want to do it. We're kind of running out of time here. So that'd be great. But once again, not 100% of the reason why you are here. But the chapter was great. It came out at like 5 in the morning. I did not get a lot of sleep. So reading this was great. It was great. It woke me up. I was like, this is excellent. Harold was a beast. Harold was definitely one of the strongest people. I've said it before and I'll say it again, of this, not only of this age, but of all time. He's one of the strongest people that we've ever seen. And I think that what we're seeing here is his son surpassing him. And I think even the Gorosei kind of hint to that a little bit. But we see, I love Young Shanks. Young Shanks looks sick. But we see that he is very upset with how he was brought up. He's very upset with being connected to this whole situation after seeing truly what it does to good people like Harold. And if you don't already like him already, Scopper Gabon's the man. And he says a great quote that I love, and it's, "That's a bad habit. You should never resent the circumstances of your birth." And I'm sure that there is way more to that statement than meets the eye, but I love that that's all we're getting, at least for now. I love it. We see Loki going through it and just talking about if this is what it means to serve your country, and like, what am I supposed to do? How do I pick up the pieces from here? He's going to figure it out. Emu, she goes on to talk about how he died. I found this very interesting. They want to inspect the pentagram carved by Harold. They need to inspect it. I'm like, what are you going to... Is it like a phone directed? Like, is it going to have your call log on there? I don't know what they're inspecting. Magic. And don't forget that a lot of magic in this flashback has been unleashed in the world. Stuff we've already been seeing, but real, just straight up hocus pocus, the wizard did it type of magic. But this is maybe the most we've ever seen Emu monologue for. Talking about Elbaf should never have known a king of his disposition, because Harold was a real problem. And he posed the world government a huge problem just because of how much he wanted to free their country. But he's like, they would have always been incompatible, because never forget, Elbaf is of the D. Elbaf is of the D. So we keep seeing the word Dawn. Dawn's been rumored, hinted, and whispered throughout the land of the One Piece fandom about just what that means and if it is of the Dawn. And I think that what we're going to see here is truly, I feel like I said this at the end of Egghead, but it's truly the tipping point for us finishing everything. I think that like Oda's already been on the gas. The accelerator has been pushed to the floor, and it's only going to get more so, especially after this arc. The question is, how much of this arc do we have left? It's tough to say. And now we're back to the present, which has been forever. I can't prove it, but it feels like it was almost all last year we were in this flashback. It's probably early summer, late spring, I want to say. I could be wrong, and correct me, but it feels like we've been in this flashback for a hot second. But it does make sense. I mean, we're seeing Scopper and Loki's perspective, so I guess we got a decent amount of Scopper's backstory too, because there's no way Loki could have shared that. It's Loki's flashback, but in all reality, it's both theirs combined. He's like, I'm not going to tell anyone. Like, he told me to tell people. I'm not going to do that. I don't think he understands what that meant, and this is how I'm going to handle things. And the fact that Harujan is just figuring this out now is like, damn. And it kind of cracks me up too, because I see Harujan and I'm just like, you're not as important as like all these guys here. You're just not. I mean, I think they're going to try to make him at least a little bit more, but I look at him and I just think of the dork that Luffy socked bad in the tournament. I look at the guy who got pounded bad by, I think his name was Pound, right? Mr. Poundcake himself, fat, doofy man. But anyway, we actually come out of this flashback, which is insane. We're finally out of there. Everything's starting to make sense. Loki the patricide, killing his own father, is starting to make more sense as well. But just like that, everything's been resolved. There were big problems with them coming down here originally, but he's been freed. They are on the way up there. It's time to protect this land. And Luffy's pumped because he senses a lot of strength in this guy too. And I forget, there was something actually really important about him and his power that I think Emu said. Am I crazy? Harold was a total aberration. I mean, Harold carried Elbaf. I mean, he was a great character to see for sure. Here's what they said. Who could have killed him? And they said that at the beginning too. Like, who could have killed this guy? Is something unforeseen lurking on Elbaf? And the answer is, yeah. Not only Loki, but what Loki now possesses with the hammer. And I guess the hammer was the fruit. I don't think Loki's eaten a fruit. Has he eaten a fruit? I don't know. I guess we don't really know. I mean, we have to assume that he probably hasn't, unless I'm spacing out. Like I said, I came to this chapter, I started making this video, and I'm like, it feels like I haven't made a video in a long time, but here we are. He gets released. We get one of those demon creature monsters that the kids are imagining upstairs. And it's time to take him out. And they're pumped because he's like, bro, I want to see Loki fight. And Loki's right. He's ready to go. He's raring to go. And mind you, this is like only a few hours. Only a few hours after he got the shit beaten out of him. Bad. Like, remember we were like, is Loki dead? Of course, that was never going to be the case, but it was bad. He got destroyed. He got healed up pretty good. Chopper was there, so like give him some heal points. And yeah. And then maybe the most shocking thing, debatably, of the chapter is that his hammer, Ragnir, froze this dude. It froze him. We've seen lightning. Lightning leads to fire, so we have to assume that fire is in his capabilities as well. Or fire leads to lightning. If Avatar The Last Airbender has taught me anything, it's that if you can bend fire, you have the potential to bend lightning. And now he's throwing ice out of nowhere. I'm not sure what this hammer's about. I don't know if it's a full elemental hammer. I don't know if he's an elemental master, that little Tanuki squirrel man. But it's interesting to see. I don't know if he's able to pull it all out. Like, and once again, a devastating attack. Loki is huge, and this guy is 10, 20 times Loki. I mean, those are mountains. Those are mountains that you're seeing. You're seeing mountains in that frame. Those are mountains, and they look like just a couple of kids out there playing. Break next week, but a good chapter. Enjoyable and digestible. Hope you guys are welcome back and into the new year and all is well. And yeah, that's all I got. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the weekend. Farewell.